The M4 Sherman was the most widely used medium tank by the United States and its allies during World War II, becoming a symbol of industrial might and battlefield adaptability. First introduced in 1942, it was designed to replace the older M3 Lee/Grant and incorporated significant improvements, including a fully rotating turret that housed a 75mm gun. This upgrade allowed the Sherman to engage enemy targets with greater flexibility and effectiveness. The Sherman was engineered with a focus on mechanical reliability, ease of production, and simplicity of maintenance. These design principles ensured that it could be produced rapidly in large quantities, with over 49,000 units manufactured by the end of the war. Its production involved multiple factories across the United States, leveraging the country's industrial capacity. The tank's hull was built using a combination of welded and cast armor plates, providing moderate protection against small arms fire and shell fragments. Early models featured armor thickness of up to 51 mm, 2 inches, while later variants incorporated additional applique armor and wet stowage for ammunition, reducing the risk of catastrophic fires when hit. The Sherman was powered by a variety of engines, including radial gasoline engines, diesel engines, and even aircraft-derived power plants. These options ensured operational flexibility and addressed logistical concerns, especially in remote theaters of war. The M4 Sherman made its combat debut during the North African Campaign in late 1942, where it demonstrated superiority over German Panzer III and Panzer IV tanks. Its mobility and firepower provided Allied forces with a critical edge, enabling breakthroughs in battles such as the Second Battle of El Alamein. However, as the war progressed and German heavy tanks like the Tiger I and Panther entered the battlefield, the Sherman faced challenges. Its 75mm gun often struggled to penetrate the thick frontal armor of these opponents, forcing crews to rely on flanking maneuvers and numerical superiority. Despite these limitations, the Sherman's mechanical reliability and ease of repair allowed it to remain operational even under harsh conditions. During the Italian campaign, the Sherman proved highly versatile, navigating mountainous terrain and supporting infantry assaults. In the Western European theater, it played a pivotal role in Operation Overlord and the Normandy landings, where its amphibious duplex drive (DD) version enabled it to land directly on beaches. The Sherman also saw extensive action in the Battle of the Bulge during the winter of 1944 to 1945, where its ability to operate in snowy and muddy terrain was tested. Its availability in large numbers helped counter German armored thrusts, ultimately contributing to the Allied victory in Western Europe. In the Pacific theater, the Sherman was adapted for jungle warfare, often engaging Japanese bunkers and fortifications. While Japanese tanks were generally inferior, the Sherman's firepower and durability proved critical in the island-hopping campaigns. One of the Sherman's greatest strengths was its adaptability. Numerous variants were developed to address specific battlefield needs. M4A1 featured a cast hull and was among the earliest models in production. M4A3E8 Easy 8, equipped with a 76mm high-velocity gun and improved suspension, it was better suited for tank-on-tank combat. Sherman Firefly, British variant armed with a powerful 17-pounder gun, it was capable of taking on German heavy tanks. M4A3E2 Jumbo featured thicker armor, designed for assault roles and breakthrough operations. DD Sherman, duplex drive, an amphibious version used during the D-Day landings, capable of swimming to shore. The M4 Sherman became a symbol of Allied industrial efficiency and military strategy. Although it was outmatched in armor and firepower by some German tanks, its reliability, ease of maintenance, and numerical superiority allowed it to overwhelm the enemy. After World War II, the Sherman continued to serve in conflicts around the world, including the Korean War and various Middle Eastern conflicts. Many nations adopted and upgraded the Sherman, extending its service life well into the late 20th century. Its influence on tank design and its legacy as a workhorse of the Allied forces ensure its place in military history as one of the most versatile and recognizable tanks ever built.